Alright, if you clicked on this video, you probably want change in your life. You want to change your life. Now first, we need to understand why we want to change. What do you want to change? Maybe it's to attract girls. Maybe it's to make your mom proud. Maybe it's to make money in the future. Maybe it's to fulfill your own dream or your own purpose. You need to figure out why you want to be on self-improvement and what the goal is for you. This will help you reach your optimum potential. What is your own reason why you go on self-improvement? Why you want to be on self-improvement and the things you want to get from this? What are the things that you truly want to deserve from being on self-improvement, right? That's the first step you need to take. It might seem like a whole lot of things in the self-improvement space, like there's looks maxing, there's all these weird things, you know, you need to go to the gym, you need to do this, you need to read books, you need to start a business, you need to go to bed on time, you need to eat clean, you need to do all these kind of things, right? First you need to start at the basics. Then you can start going to do advanced things, right? But the basics basically are eating clean, sleeping on time and sleeping enough, and exercising. I think that's the most basic self-improvement. Now, obviously, later down the line, there's meditating, getting enough sunlight, you know, sprinting for more testosterone and more IGF-1, for example, and thumb pulling, stuff like that, right? But first you need to start with the basics and you need to start small. Now, your diet probably is shit, just filled with bread, pasta, all these bad things, you know, fucking Oreo cookies. Throw all that shit away. No cookies, no chocolate, nothing. The things that are healthy for you are probably the things that your great grandfathers were eating. So, let's say a steak. If your great grandfather could kill a cow, then it could eat steak, right? So he would think a steak, that's good. For example, eggs. Eggs are very good for your testosterone, but just they're good. But not such things as bread. I eat it sometimes if there's like nothing else I can eat. If there's no time to cook for me or whatever and I'm so hungry, then I will eat some bread sometimes. You know, I'm not perfect, nobody's perfect, but I try to avoid these things as much as possible because they're not natural. For example, potatoes, and yeah, I think rice is okay, but potatoes didn't exist at that time. They were invented by people, basically. They obviously grow naturally now, but it's different, right? So basically steak, eggs, some fruit. I still kind of wonder what it's like, what kind of fruits you need to eat, because think about this, right? A banana doesn't come from here. I don't know where it exactly comes from, but it doesn't grow here naturally, right? We import it from different lands, so it's exotic. I don't know for sure then if it's great for our health. You know, obviously it's not bad, I think, but it's not the fruits that belong in our environment. So I think you need to kind of just do your own research on that shit. Eating some yogurt also works for me. That's just it's nice. Try to stay as clean as possible. Try to eat just as natural as possible, like whole ingredient foods. No mixed things with all weird chemicals and sugars in it and stuff. Just normal stuff. Just steak, eggs, some fruit, some milk is also beneficial for you. So I don't want you to get all crazy and fucked up in your mind, so that it's that crazy to the point you don't know where to start, because it's as simple as I just said: eating clean, sleeping on time, exercising, and probably hormone optimization. But that's hard. That's also difficult to understand those things. So, but don't get thrown off by all the weird bad noise out there. For example, black pillars, like they believe that nobody can change. They can change their looks. It's all based on genetics. Don't believe that shit. Also, with all the things you need to do, don't get sad or whatever, because you need to just implement a few things, and when those things are so basic and so fundamental, then you can start adding other things. So for example, if your diet is very great and you sleep on time and also you exercise like regularly, daily, then you can start looking at obviously meditating and thumb pulling, getting enough sunlight so your testosterone is optimized, stuff like that, right? But don't get like blown away by all the new information you get at once, and then just start to get all error and stuff. There's another thing I really want to tell you. When you get all this new information for the first time, you know, you need to eat clean, you need to go to bed on time, you need to exercise, you need to be on NoFap, you know, you need to all be doing all these things like semen retention and stuff. You need to drop your ego, right? Your ego is the biggest enemy. Go read that book, Ego is the Enemy, right? So this book, Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. It's a great book. I'm gonna read it again because it's very valuable. You need to drop your ego, right? You probably think, now you've heard all these things of no masturbation, not watching porn, not eating junk food, not playing video games, stuff like that, all that shit, you will think like, I will do it at once, you know, I will do everything at once and I won't ever do it again. With addictions, that's not the case right there. And that's why you need to drop your ego, because see, if you think that you can do everything at once, you can go to the gym 5 times a week from now on, you can eat clean every day of the week from now on, and then you also go to bed on time every day, and then with that you meditate every day, you thumble every morning or evening, you never watch porn, you never masturbate ever again. That's obviously not going to be the case, because you need to develop these skills, you need to develop discipline and willpower to eventually be able to resist all these things, right? And to just not really have them in your mind anymore. Lower that ego and realize that doing, for example, 10 push-ups in a day is better than doing nothing. Then you're obviously not really happy with only 10 push-ups a day. It won't get you gains, but it's more than you did ever before, probably, if you really like start new. And also with eating clean, if you eat one clean meal a day and the rest of the things you eat is bad, obviously it's not what you want and it's not good, but it's progress, and we want to go for the progress always. I still make mistakes, I still drop down every now and then. You know, today I wasn't able to cook because I woke up too late, because I went to sleep too late. See, it all correlates with each other. If you go to bed too late, you're sleep deprived, you won't wake up at the right time, so you don't have enough time to cook. That's what I had a test at school. That test didn't go well, probably because I hadn't had enough sleep. Then, because I wasn't able to cook, I was hungry, so I bought something at the store, which wasn't healthy for me. You see, it all correlates with each other. Now, if you make a mistake like that, don't punish yourself for it. Be grateful, because failing is the way to progress, right? Without any fails, you won't get any wins. You need to progressive overload with that. And that's kind of a term from the gym. I learned that from Hamza. And that's, for example, see, I've got this habit tracker right here. Let me get it for you. And I wrote down meditation on here. And it starts off with 30 seconds. Then the next day, I did 1 minute. Then the day after that, I did 1 minute and 10 seconds, and 20 seconds, 30 seconds. No, it just builds up like that. Let me get the thumbnail real quick. But you see, it just gradually builds up. I don't just go straight to 5 or 10 minutes, because I can't. I'm too stupid for that, you know. My attention span is just too short to go to 5 minutes instantly. Today I didn't meditate because I woke up too late. I don't punish myself for that, because of this habit tracker, I can see what I need to do today and still go and meditate, for example. That's why it's nice to make a habit tracker. But I don't punish myself for it, you know. Obviously it's annoying if you mess up every time, but eventually with NoFap, for example, you'll get there. I realize this too. I'm starting to get way better in just resisting and not thinking about that shit, right? If it's, for example, with NoFap, if it's on your mind 24/7, you will be thinking about it the entire day. Like, I can't do it today, I cannot do it today. And then you'll probably do it because it's so much on your mind. If you just don't stress about all this shit, it will make it a lot easier. Now, I really don't want you to get upset when you, for example, eat bad one day, or miss a day of going to the gym or training at home, or whatever. I don't want you to get mad at yourself. I want you to see this as an opportunity to learn what you can do better and then implement that next time. And there's gonna be days that you don't even do anything, but if there's then the small things you do, like for example 10 push-ups, it's still better than doing nothing. If you're like me, if you're 17 years old, 16 years old, 15 years old, I want you to make a choice. between two different things. One is going to the gym. The other one is doing martial arts. If you're interested in knowing how to defend yourself and just getting in shape because you're moving so much, doing very much cardio, then I would recommend you to do something like kickboxing or MMA or jiu-jitsu so you can defend yourself. That's what I did. Now with that, I trained at home, so I kind of built my physique and at the same time learned to defend myself, right? I'm not very good, but I kind of know the basics. Now you should choose, or if you have enough time and enough money, you do these two things. But I would recommend you to choose one of these two things, going to the gym or martial arts, because it will build you up in such a way. With kickboxing, it's very different than going to the gym, I think, because with kickboxing you just get punched in the face, and that's nothing like you've ever experienced before, unless you've gotten beaten up by your parents, but I don't hope that for you. But that's nothing you've ever experienced. You just get people throwing punches at your face and you don't know what's happening. You're so present in that moment because somebody is trying to attack you. You need to stop him from doing that, and you need to attack him too. So I want you to make a choice between one of these two things, or do them both if you can, if you have the option. If you're like 30 years old and you've never done any martial arts, I would recommend you to do it because it will just increase your confidence so much. If you ever walk around somewhere and you're just a little bit like scared of what people are gonna do, if you've been doing martial arts for a few years, you're so much more confident. Obviously a gun, you're dead, but doesn't matter. You need to build your confidence up with that, okay? There's one more thing I want to share with you. If you're on this journey, just like me and just like loads of other guys, trying to improve themselves every day and just trying to become better every day, and you need to realize it's a lifestyle. It's not just a single decision you make, or for a few months you're gonna go on self-improvement. No, you really need to understand that it's a lifestyle. What I mean with this, if you think, I'm going to eat clean for a few weeks so my skin will clear up, and I go to the gym with that too so I can attract girls, then my goal is complete and I will stop eating clean and I will stop going to the gym. Then eventually your progress will be fading away and the girls won't be attracted to you anymore, and you're just at the same point where you were when you started, right? So you really need to understand that it's a lifestyle change. You will do this for your entire life. It's not just a few months, a few years, it's just your entire life. And you really need to realize this. This is very important in my opinion. So really understand this topic, right? Now, once you've had everything, your entire self-improvement journey is in front of you, enjoy it. Really, that's all I can say. Enjoy it. There will be times when you're very low. I kind of experienced that these last few weeks. I wasn't always as happy, sometimes more than other times, but there will be times that you're going to be lower in your mood and just your energy, your everything. And sometimes there's going to be times that you're just high in energy, everything is going right in your life. That's the way it is. Life has ups and downs. I made a video about that one time. But all I can say is just enjoy the journey and try as hard as possible. I wish you the best of luck on this journey. I will see you again.